Hello again. This clip will be the final of the four-part series on managing dimensions in Draft. So let's go ahead and continue with the whole table. So by selecting the command, the first thing is going to ask me to select the origin, and I'm going to simply go ahead and select the XYZ origin. Then it prompts me to go ahead and select the holes here. So since I got a couple methods, just window that in. By right-clicking, it's going to give me the table. And by default, it's going to give me a hole ID and XY Z location. So if I go ahead and click on the table here and go to the properties, within this area here, I have a couple options here. In the general here, I could put in, like, say for example, overwrite that and say I want to say design fusion table. And I just simply put in my name here. Just kind of show you that we could put in some more than one header here. If I want to change the color here, maybe I could change that to blue. On the columns here, I definitely want to put in show distance. I'm going to show note 1 here, and size and type. I'm going to put my note here at the bottom here. I'll show you that later. And I'm going to go ahead and accept that. And you can see that obviously populated my table here with my new callouts. So I got distance, size, type, and note. You can see how they reference a whole ID to my draft here. Right, you got 1.1 all the way to 1.39. Alright, so a couple times I've had some calls on the tech support line here where they say, hey Manny, I need to add a hole here. I already created my table, but yet when I go back into my draft, I want to add it to my existing table here. So if I double click on the draft here, and it takes me to my part here, and simply I'm going to go ahead and make that a counter board here and just place it anywhere, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there you go. And switch over back to my draft, and obviously the solid just indicating to me that something has changed in the part, so I need to go ahead and update my views. So I'll go ahead and update views, and you can see the hole appeared right here, but yet it didn't update my whole table here. So how do I do that? By simply selecting the whole table here and then going to my second step, which is this one right here, select whole step, and I obviously only have one, so I'm gonna simply zoom in there and just show it to you. There it is, and click finish. And as soon as I click finish, see that? There it is right there. And you can see that it's giving me on the type, it's giving me a counter board. Alright, so now that I have that, let's say maybe I want to add a tolerance or change the whole ID type. So if I go select the table again, and let's say I want to make that, instead of being 1.1 all the way to 1.22, maybe I want that to be A. And let's go ahead and click on relabel. You can see it's done that here, and now you can see that's 8.1 all the way to 8.40 with my new hole here. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is, for example, I maybe want to add let's say a tolerance. I want to select a specific one, let's say 8.16. I want to make that a tolerance here of 0.05 and make that 0.000, and I go ahead and accept that. Before I do that, I also want to put in for note, and I selected a specific one, and Miko say note 1, and that's going to refer to this one right here. You could say check for, you know, tolerance or something like that. Just kind of making that up there. And it could be any note. So I'm going to go and accept that. So you can see that A16, I selected that one. There's a tolerance and there's my note. All right. The next one will be if I have a color or a dimension, something like this. And I'm gonna make that 2. Go ahead and click that again. There. And if I want to go ahead and add something to my prefix, and I'll just make that something up here. Reference location, something like that. I'll just leave that as that, and go ahead and apply that. And let's say that I want to do exactly the same thing. So there's a command called copy attributes. Simply click on that, select where you want to copy, and then select where you want to copy that to. So it's there. See that? There it is right there. The next command is I'm going to go ahead and simply place some callouts right here, and I'll leave that default one right here I've used earlier. I'm going to place one right here and there and here and there. And let's say I want to kind of clean this up a little bit. There's a command called line up text. By selecting the command that you want to line up everything to, let's say if maybe this the second one right here, I want to line every text up to this one right here. So I select that, and everything. This one didn't move much, but you can kind of see what happened there. Okay, stay tuned for other clips coming soon. Thank you.